Good morning. Taking a break from my playoff games, I did try to record LA, the Chicago-LA playoff game for my in AFL this morning. Unfortunately, when I hit record on the back of the camera, I didn't hit it hard. I didn't realize the record button didn't start. So I played through that whole thing and didn't realize my camera was not actually recording. It was a great game, too. Chicago made a 14-point comeback in the fourth. Fortunately, Johnny Yu threw a 51-yard bomb and put him in field goal range, and they drove down and punched it into the end zone to win the ball game in the final 2 minutes. So LA advances to face Jimmy Brown and the Detroit Engineers. So I cleared all that off, and I got all of my 1932 NFL teams from VSU Sports set up. It took me a couple hours really early this morning. I got up at about 3:30. It took me 2 hours to go through and organize these teams into starters. The irony is they're a little more complicated, not because they're simple in the fact that basically there's 11 men that go both ways for the most part. It's, finding which 11, etc. As they're not traditional. There's wing backs, there's blocking backs. There is no real quarterbacks. They're rated for quarterback, but only one team in the league actually played, consistently with the quarterback, and that was the Chicago Bears. So Dutch Clark is rated as a quarterback. There are guys rated as a quarterback, but they were really running a box, the old Notre Dame box formation, or a wing, a double wing formation, where your tailback was the guy receiving the shotgun, almost from the pistol position, so to speak. So it's a different game of football. With that said, I'm organized. I've got my starting 11. So this is really what's cool about old football is there were guys that subbed in and out. Obviously, football was brutal, but for the most part, you had a winning 11. You had you might have 2 or 3 key guys that changed sides. Offensive, defensive guys, and I have those guys here. But I'm going with straight starting 11. So this is going to be like soccer in that my winning 11, kind of fun. Exhibition. We're going to see how these cards play out, and I'm going to use my charts because the charts again are based on my charts call the B and S indexes down to simple run and pass columns, so it should still work pretty good for these games. They ran a lot, and then they ran a lot more. So there are a few passes that will obviously come up, but this is going to be interesting. These were more like rugby games than what most of us know as football. So here we go, and I love that. I love the fact that we're going to have a chance to see. So it's Portsmouth at Boston Braves, the Spartans, who became the Detroit Lions, and the Boston Braves. I haven't looked it up to know exactly what stadium Boston played in, but they're ultimately at home for this. And Portsmouth's going to get the ball as they won the coin toss. So kicking off for them is Hughes, and he kicks off on K column. 44, brilliant kickoff, 27. 27's to the 11-yard line. Remember, I don't care where they kicked off from. My game uses where they fielded the ball. So we don't have to worry about where were they kicking off from. And the return, again, I got to find the return man. Here he is, Wilson. His name is Roy Father Lumpkin Wilson. Father Lumpkin Wilson. 33, great return. He's going to bring this out 7. And he's rated for only 1 column on this. So all you have to worry about is the 1 rated column. So 33 says 7. 41 yards. 9, 19, 29, 39, 40, 41. Holy cow, I was talking about how these were low-scoring games. Well, Lumpkin just took this baby 41 yards after a shallow kick. So I love how Chris rated these. He's only this. By the way, he has another card for his other job. He's right here. He's a halfback, blocking back, fullback. So he has a normal card for all of his actual play. Just his kick return card just has his kick return, which is so sweet. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to hand it off to Dutch Clark. We're going to actually snap the ball in the box formation to Dutch Clark, and he's going to take off running the ball. So we're going to run. 12. Dutch Clark goes 35. 35 is 4 yards. Second down and 6. Dutch Clark's going to keep it again on a sweep, following all of these backers around the end. 33. Dutch Clark's going to get a great block. He's going to get sprung for 11. It's a first down already. Down to the 33. Portsmouth looking good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and again, Notre Dame, a lot of moves and fakes type of thing. It's a snap back to Dutch. He fakes it to Caravassi, but hands it off to Father Lumpkin up the gut. A little trickery, chicanery. 34. He's going to go for -2 and a fumble. So in that madness, One, they fumble it. Fortunately, they recover it, and not returnable here, fortunately. So it's going to be second down. We ring bang, yeah, second down. Second down and 12. That didn't work. We're going to have to hand it off to the wingback, Gene Alford, as he comes around. Again, fake, handoff inside to Alford. 24, Alford takes the handoff, 7. You have to imagine these kind of four backs going in all different directions in a way. 7. What did I roll? I rolled a 25. 25 is 7. 7 is 5 yards for Alford. Get some of it back. It's third down and 7. We're going to run it with Dutch Clark. He's going to get the pitch, or he's going to hold onto the ball behind everybody as that ball is snapped to Dutch, and Dutch takes off running with it. 22. Dutch is going to get hammered for 2. 1, 2. Fourth down. If you've seen this style of football, if you've played in this style of football, and you start imagining what this must look like, the charts are universal. It's really cool. And again, if you're fair about calling the right amount of runs and passes. That's an example in a modern game where you would throw the ball. Well, back in the day, you just didn't put the ball in the air unless you were desperate, so to speak. So we're in a kicking situation here. Our kicker is Dutch Clark or Presnell. I'm going to go with Dutch Clark. He seemed to be the greater athlete. I don't know their stats. I haven't looked. Oh, here we go. He kicked 6 field goals and 15 extra points. Presnell only had 1 extra point kick, so he has a card, and all he did was kick 1 extra point. And I really appreciate the fact that whoever helped him, or whoever designed these cards, or whoever sent this information to him, that they made an effort to put their actual stats on the very bottom of the card. So we know Dutch Clark kicked 6 attempts. The goal line was at, the field goal posts were at the goal line. This would have been a long kick back in the day, so we're going for it. Fourth down. We're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball with Cavalsi. John Cavalsi is going to get the handoff. 54, they have to hope he can get it. 22, 2 yards, 1, 2, and no go. It's going to be a TOD. And there we go, folks. They went ahead like a scrum in rugby, tried to get the first. It's a TOD. Boston takes over. First down. Yeah, too far to kick there. Well, not too far. I could have tried it, but I'm not going to. Remember, there were a lot of ties in 1932, right? The league champion had 6 ties. So get you an idea how close and tight these games were. All right, this team features Cliff Battles, Honolulu Hughes, Ernie Pinkert, and Jim Music. And again, similar. They don't have a traditional quarterback. Remember, Dutch could play quarterback, but they didn't line up with a quarterback in particular. Cliff Battles, no quarterback at all listed here. That didn't mean they didn't throw the ball. He threw the ball 20 times. But from the tailback position, he would throw when he had to. We're going to take the tailback snap, and he's running with it. Cliff Battles running around the right end. 42 is 19. Cliff Battles goes 2 yards. 1, 2. Second down. Cliff Battles is going to hand this one off. Takes the snap, hands this off to Hughes. 12. 12 gets the rock. 35. He's going to go 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Third down. And we're going to go ahead on this one and let the snap goes to the wingback as he's coming through on motion. Pinker takes the snap and races left around the end, around these ends. And both ends generally lined up tight. They were like double tight end sets. We had wingbacks that could spread out and take these balls. 46. Pinker goes 46. 35. He gets 4 more yards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, that is a first down on the button. Holy cow, good for Boston. The Boston Braves. Cliff Battles is going to keep this on the snap. Takes it. Following Hughes, Pinkert, and Paul Collins are on the right side. 16 is 21. 21 is 1 yard. He's going to get tripped up. 2nd and 9. Battles going to keep this ball and go right up the gut behind his big center line. 25. 25 is 18. He's going to rumble for 5 right up the gut. It's third down. This one is Music. We're going to take the ball and hand it to Music. Snap comes to Battles. Battles starts to tuck it like he's going to run and then hands it to the gut of Music, the big fullback. 13, 29. He's going to get hammered in the backfield. Loss of 2. Didn't work. Fourth down. They will punt. Again, a lot like rugby. You kept the ball out of your territory. If you wanted to win, you did not turn the ball over in your territory. There were lots of punts. Early football, there were teams that punted on first down. No kidding. They would get the ball down here and they would punt it on the first down. They wouldn't risk it at all. So it was not unheard of to see teams punt the ball on first down. 22, and that takes something to get your head around, right? It's not the football that you know it is. 10, 41, 9, 19, 29, 39, 40, 41. Yeah, there were teams that would not risk it. They would punt it away, just like rugby, get rid of it. The return. And the return here is Wilson again. 64. Oh, wait, no, wrong guy. We're looking for a punt returner. There he is. Dutch Clark. Ooh, Dutch. 64. Dutch goes on P. 21 on punt return is 4 yards. Good job, Dutch. Dutch is a legitimate quarterback. I mean, he's rated as a legitimate quarterback. All right, here we go. And again, Dutch Clark's going to keep it, and we're going to run around the right side behind all these backs. 46, Dutch Clark takes the rock. 35, he gets 4 yards. Very nice. Second down. We're going to keep the ball on a quick snap, and he's going to go straight slant left off the big left guard following Kavasi. 23, Dutch Clark keeps the ball. The 22, he's going to rumble for 2 more. It is third down and 4. Here we go. We're going to pitch it out. Clark's going to take the ball and pitch out to the, to Gene Alford, the wingback. 35, and when I say pitch, I mean actual run play. 35 for him is 7. 7 is 5 in the first down. Beautiful, guys, and that running game's starting to come together here. First down. All right, Dutch Clark's going to keep the ball on the snap. 24, he's running with it. 24 is 26, he's going to get hammered. Nothing. Second down, Dutch Clark going to do it again. He's going to keep the ball on the run to the weak side left. All right, so there isn't really a weak side. 2 ends, 2 wing backs, blocking back. So it's not really a weak side. 26, 30. He's going to get hammered for a loss of 3 trying to get around the end. Third down. That's a killer. That's a situation right there where unless you're prepared to put the ball in the air because you're losing, not going to do it. We're going to punt the ball right now. Third down punt. We're going to punt the ball right now. Oh, Dutch Clark he is the returner. We're punting on P. So Dutch Clark takes the snap and punts immediately. We want to get it out of here since it's third and long. We're not going to pass it, so we might as well punt right now. Punt, 52. Sorry, I had to write that last one in. 36. He's going to punt this ball 37 yards. 10, 20, 30, and 5. So, yeah, punt on third down, just not unheard of. And our return man here is Cliff Battles. So, 2 of the best guys in history of this era. 12. He returns a punt on K. 6-yard return. Very nice. And I wouldn't say they're losing field position. Remember, you try to play the ball and keep it out of your territory. Pro football's still true. That's still true of all football. But, boy, back in the day, it's big time true. We're about to get through. We're about to get through the first quarter, and we've had nothing but punts. Well, we had a turnover on downs. All right, Cliff Battles going to run. Keep it on a sweep. 43-22. Cliff Battles gets 2. 1, 2. Second down. We're going to go ahead and hand it off to Music, the big fullback. 16 is 31. He's going to rumble for 3. 1, 2, 3. It's third down and 5. And again, John Hughes, Honolulu Hughes is going to get the run on this one. 12. He's going to go 35. That's 4 more yards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's 4th and 1. Yeah, 4th and 1. Now, this is a situation where you'd be tempted to go for it, except we know the drill. Back in the day, they will punt again. That's going to end the quarter. But let's finish the punt in case there's a block or something here. John Honolulu Hughes is the punter, 51. 14, the punt goes 32 fair catch, 2, 10, 20, 30. So they've pinned him at the 20. They are slowly, considering the game started where they returned it out to the 47-yard line and Portsmouth drove down and elected to go for it. We have slowly seen a war of attrition, and guess what? Slowly, starting the second quarter, the Braves have pushed Portsmouth back. So again, if you think about old football, was a lot like rugby. It was a big deal to keep a team stuck on their end of the field. And again, you might be tempted to punt the ball, depending how good your team is. We have Dutch Clark. You might be tempted to punt it right now. Dutch Clark's going to keep it. 15. Clark keeps the ball. 19. 19 is 2 yards. 1, 2. Second down. So this can play very much. Oops, got the wrong guy here. Second down and 8. We're going to go ahead and run Dutch Clark again on a sweep. 65, 32. He's going to get 3 more. It is 3rd and 5. And we're going to keep it again a third time for Dutch Clark. 54 is 31. He's going to get 3 more, but not enough. 1, 2, 3. They will punt. No doubt we're going to punt. Okay. So Dutch Clark with a punt. The punt is P. So Dutch Clark takes the ball. So on these, again, he could punt on a second or a third. He's the guy as the tailback position taking the ball. He just steps and punts on third down two possessions ago. This is a fourth down punt. 41. So you didn't know, even kind of a surprise punt sometimes. 9. He punts at 29, fair catch. 2, 10, 20. Uh-oh. And you can see where Boston is slowly winning the territory, right? Think about old football as World War I. You were fighting for yardage, right? There's a whole lot of blood and guts, and you're just moving the ball, right? So you don't play these teams like modern teams. And not to say I couldn't pass with Dutch, but he might throw a lot of incompletes, a lot of interceptions, things like that. Okay, here we go. Cliff Battles with the ball. Boston. Excuse me. That was Portland. Boston's first possession of the second. And again, we're going to hand it to Hughes this time. Cliff Battles takes the snap, hands it to Hughes. 16. 16 is 21. 21 is 1 yard. Second down. Cliff Battles takes the snap this time and runs around the left end behind Music and Keenely. 54. 54 is 25. Nowhere. Third down. Again, you can see why these teams did not score a lot of points. Pinkert. We're going to go ahead and hand it off to Pinkert. Third down. They really want to get something here as they've got good field position. But right now, it's just feast or famine. 18. He gets 5. Not enough. Fourth down. This is midfield. You're still not going to go for it. Boston Braves are going to punt. There's just no way Hughes going to go, or they're going to go for it here. 23. The punt is 26. 26 is 23 and down. 11, 21, 22, 23, and the ball is down. And again, slowly but surely, Portsmouth is creeping up. What a game. Portsmouth. Okay, Earl Dutch Clark is going to run the ball here. 22. He keeps the ball. 16 goes for 11 yards. There we go. 11 yards. First down. He's going to hand it off to Father Lumpkin. 43. Lumpkin goes 22. 22 is 2 yards. Second down and 8. They're going to hand it off to Alford on this one, right? A whole lot of bodies moving all different ways, and Alford takes the rock. 15. 7. He's going to go 5 yards. It's third down. And we're going to run. Dutch Clark's going to keep it on this third down. 44. He's going to get the first, I think. 16. Yep, 11 yards. Holy cow. Dutch Clark is moving. Portsmouth down the field. Boston fans on their feet bellowing, but it ain't going to help them. We're going to hand it off to John Cavosi. 16. Cavosi gets the ball from Dutch Clark. 3 yards. Second down. Dutch Clark does have the QB rating, which means they did run some normal QB stuff. We're going to hand it off to Alford again as these guys go right, left like a troop of acrobats. 8. 8 is a loss of 1. Third down. That hurts. Now we're in a situation here where I would pass it. We're on their end of the field. We're trying to drive late in the quarter, try to get something before the half. Dutch Clark's rated as a QB. He's going to pass. We're going to drop back, and we're going to throw the ball to one of these ends. This guy's an A receiver. We're going to throw to Harry Ebding. Oh, 60. I thought it was 66. 64 is going to be 19, incomplete. Fourth down. Dutch Clark cannot find his man. And we're in a situation here where we can't kick the field goal. We could punt here, and Dutch Clark will line up and punt. Pin him deep. 46. 46 is 35. 35 is 29 yards. They're going to get to return it, though. 11, 21, and 8. They're going to get to return it. And the return for Battles, Cliff Battles, 31. Cliff Battles returns on K, 12, 6-yard return. And they are literally pinned at their own 18. We have a possession they must finish. Remember, we finish possession with a punt, a field goal, touchdown, turnover. Or we're so far in our territory, I'm going to punt it away to end this possession. So we're going to go ahead and get it out of our territory. Honolulu Hughes. 11. Bam. He boots the heck out of this. 11 is 53-yard punt. That's why you do it. 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 1. 53-yard punt gives Dutch Clark an opportunity, but that'll end the half if he doesn't take it to the house. 61 is 9. 9 is an 18-yard return. And that's where the gun will sound to end the first half. 0-0, folks. In this 1932 game. Unbelievable. Stay right there. I'm going to dig out my 1932 record book. I have no idea if these teams played in the real... This is an exhibition game to show how it works, especially if you adhere to the type of football they played back in the day. So let's take a look at 1932. So the Boston Braves were 4-4-2. Portsmouth was 6-2-4. So again, the Bears won the title. They were 7-1-6 ties. 7 wins, 6 ties. Green Bay had 10 wins, 1 tie. So Green Bay had more wins than anyone, but was second. They lost the title to the Chicago Bears. But let's take a look at the scores. Where are the scores here? I thought this had the scores. Oh yeah, here we go. So let's see if these two teams played each other. Portsmouth and Boston. Oh, can you believe it? I picked two teams that never played each other. That's crazy. I picked an exhibition game, and it turns out they didn't play each other. But to give you an idea, 7-0, 7-7, 10-15, 7-7, 13-6, 6-0, 17-7, 13-13, 18-0, 7-7, 19-0, 0-9, and then there was a playoff game. So a lot of zero scores in these games. Lots of shutouts back in the day. So again, 0-0 at halftime, not out of hand. So again, my point: if these cards are made, with the intention of being true to APBA, the books, you should get 1932 NFL action. And if you're going to call plays and have an attitude similar to the 1932 teams, punting the ball on third, getting it out of your territory, don't pass the ball constantly. Of course, if you did, you're probably not going to complete many passes or throw a lot of picks, as they often did. Matter of fact, I don't think any player threw more touchdowns than TDs. I think everybody had more interceptions than touchdowns in this season. And then my charts, which are basically culls everything down into 2 simple calls, this should be accurate. And right now, I would argue, spot on. All right, here we go. Boston is kicking it off. Excuse me, Portsmouth is kicking it off to Boston. Our kickoff man is Dutch Clark, 35, 23. They're going to get the ball at the 2-yard line. That's not good. We might be willing to punt this ball like toot sweet. But let's see how well he returns this before we choose. Pinkert is our return man. Ernie Pinkert, who does play wingback over here, 26. 26 is 33. He fumbled it. This is what's going to decide this game. 33. He goes 16 and coughs it up. 8 and 8. The ball is loose. 5 recovers. 5 is defense. Now we roll to see if he can return it. Nobody can return it. But the ball is lost right there. That counts as both a possession. So that is a Pinkert. Wow. That's horrible. Pinkert with a kickoff return, fumble lost. And Portsmouth now takes over. This is how, like rugby, you knock on in rugby and your side of the field. That's where teams work hard to drive it down and get that literal touchdown. So rugby, you had to touch the ball down in the goal area, physically touch it down in control to get it and then you had to get a conversion. Same concept here now. We're in a scrum, right? And we're trying to get it to the edge. We're trying to score from close range. It's the worst mistake you can make is a turnover or what do they call it? A knock-on. A knock-on in rugby. All right, Dutch Clark's going to keep the ball, and he's going to run 15. Clark takes the ball, 19. He's going to get 2 yards. Dutch Clark's going to keep the ball. He's going to run again around the right side, following all these blockers. 52. They're trying to get something free, and they can't get it. 8. Oh, he gets the first. Holy cow, Dutch Clark first and goal at the 8. And we're going to hand it off to Kavasi now. 55, that may score. 17, 17 is 8. Touchdown, Kavasi gets the first score in the history of my 1932 action. Kavasi with an 8-yard run, extra point. This ought to be a trip. How well does this man kick? Does Dutch Clark kick the extra point? 53, this is on P. 53 on P. 22. And bang, he bangs it through. Folks, it is Portsmouth thanks to a turnover, 7-0. That is points off turnover. Boston now gets the kickoff. Holy cow. I'm telling you what, the fact that I can play 1932 teams completely intact and play them based on how they would have played and get accurate 1932 NFL, that is what makes APBA football phenomenal. Phenomenal. Dutch Clark with a kickoff, 34. 34. Dutch Clark kicks it off. Where's 34? 11. Kick to the 11-yard line. So they got better room here, but Pinkert fumbled the last one. Let's see what happens. 64. Pinkert takes the rock. 28. He's not going to do much here. 10-yard return. Yeah, this is gridiron football. They played on dirt. They didn't even bother to pretend to paint it. I mean, it was just straight up dirt. It was painted with white stripes like a gridiron. That's why it was called a gridiron, so they could see where the ball should be marked. And it was basically grass, turf, and dirt, right? Unbelievable. Boston now has to work. Cliff Battles. Here it is. 56. 56 is 21. Cliff Battles keeps the ball, gets a yard. 2nd and 9. Cliff Battles going to keep the ball again, run to the left behind these blockers. Oh, and he's going to find room. 55. Cliff Battles gets out, picks up 8 yards. Not enough, though. It's 3rd and 1. Cliff Battles is going to hand it off to Honolulu Hughes. 64. Hughes takes the rock. 32. Busts through for 3 and a first. 1, 2, 3. And now the Boston Braves, behind the chanting of their hometown fans, the Boston Braves are starting to build momentum. Hughes is going to keep this ball again on a little chicanery. 16 in the backfield. A lot of guys going every which way. 21. And he comes out of it with 1. Fortunately, the defense not fooled like I am. Here we go. Cliff Battle's going to keep it on a pitch. He gets the snap and starts running to the right behind all these blockers. 63, 22. 22 is 2 yards. 1, 2. 3rd down. Cliff Battles, do we dare put the ball in the air? He threw the ball 20 times. 20 times. That's what I mean. These guys did not throw much. Music passed it twice. Oh, John Honolulu Hughes threw 57 times. So we're going to let Honolulu Hughes on 3rd down pass the ball, folks. Hold your breath. Honolulu Hughes gets the ball from center, and he's running to the left, and he's looking to throw while he's trying to run. 24, he's looking, and down he goes in the arms of someone over here. 3, high man. High man, that would be, these guys all play defense. So that's the funny thing. I don't have to, oh yeah, right, we got all these guys here. Well, that's right, they didn't record any kind of quarterback hits for losses, so it would be, we don't know. We have no idea who makes that play, guys. I guess I could assume an end might make that play, but it doesn't matter. It's a 4th down, they will punt. So Hughes smart enough not to throw that up for grabs, but he gets drugged down around the waist by probably one of these ends, Edling or Bill Macklip. These guys played end on both offense and defense. It's kind of, I get my head around the fact there's not a defense over there for me to grab. But 4th down, they're going to punt, no doubt, and 31. And so there they have it. They've given up a touchdown thanks to a fumbled kick return to start the half, and now they have to punt the ball away. And this is Hughes, 31. So Hughes is kind of their quarterback, it looks like. 14, the punt is 32 fair catch. So these are high, wobbly punts, and nobody feels like they can handle it safely. They let it, they fair catch it, does Dutch Clark. All right, this is it. Last drive of the 3rd quarter, and they're up 7-0. They will definitely not do anything stupid. Roy Father Lumpkin's going to get the ball. 46. 46 is 35. 35, he gets 4 yards, does Father Lumpkin. 2nd and 6. Lumpkin's going to get another carry from the fullback position. 64. 64 is 24. He's going to get another yard. It is 3rd and 5, and Dutch Clark's going to keep it on this one. He's going to race to the right side, trying to get around the corner. 20. He's going to end up getting 3, but not enough. 1, 2, 3, and it's 4th down. They will punt. Again, not going to do anything stupid here. 54P is 21. Your job is to win, not to get statistics. The punt, 39 yards, 2, 10, 20, 30, and 7 is 39. Remember that, what I just said. Your job was to win, not to earn statistics. We now live in a pro sport environment where it's about statistics, not necessarily winning, right? They're all worried about their stats, and that's a sad thing, but it's a true thing. Here we go. Cliff Battles, can he do something for them? 52. 52 is 34. He's going to fumble. Oh, no, Cliff Battles. He loses 3 on the punt return. The ball down around his feet, and it's picked up by the defense. Can it be returned? No. Oh, my God. 2 special teams fumbles. Battles their star on a punt return fumble lost. Fourth quarter, Portsmouth up 7-0 to start the fourth. If they score anything else, they're going to win. There is no chance Boston's going to somehow earn their way back into this game if they let Dutch Clark score. All right, here we go. Dutch Clark's going to surprise them on first. We're going to throw a pass. This is a perfect time that you would take that snap, roll to the right, and try to pop it over their heads, looking for Edding, their best receiver. So Dutch Clark's going to try. Oh, 4-4-4. Clark takes the ball. He's running to the right like he's going to run, and then he pops up, does a little jump hop pass over the outstretched arms. 9. It's a 15-yard strike. Touchdown. He throws a TD pass. Clark. 9-yard pass to Ebding. Oh my God. He takes advantage of a spooked Boston Braves team that's uptight that they just fumbled again on their own 15. Everybody crowding the line of scrimmage. And this is what we call surprise. We're going to throw it over your head to Ebding. He's running free. Catches it, steps into the end zone, touchdown. Dutch Clark going to kick the extra point. 13 is 24, and ooh, he gets it. And it's 14-0 visitors as, oh man, whoops. Battles fumbled the Boston, Portland, punt. What am I doing here? Oh, right. Jeez, I wrote it down wrong. Okay, let's get this straight. So, punt for... I got them written down in the wrong spot. Dang it, hold on. Everybody hold your breath. I got to rewrite it. Just scribble them down in the wrong spot. Sorry. So we had a punt. Then Boston, unfortunately, battles. Punt, return, fumble, lost. Portland then, in midway through the fourth, on a Clark 9-yard pass to Ebding, PAT, and it is 14-0. There we go. So the punt was fumbled to start the fourth quarter. Clark throws a touchdown on first down to shock Boston, and now Dutch Clark kicks it off, and Portsmouth's going to win this 14-0. It looks like 42, unless they fumble again. Kickoff 42 is 11. Going to kick it to the 11-yard line. So again, these guys have been they've been fine, except they fumbled 2 special teams plays, and that's too bad. That's a great way to lose ball games. And Pinkert, who's fumbled one away. Oh, 66 though. Pinkert, 11. He rumbles 21 yards. Okay, well, 9, 19, 20, 21. Out to the 32. Pinkert, I thought, was going to do some damage with that. First down, and oh man, they got to score now, and then they got to onside it and score again just to tie the game. Cliff Battles is going to run the ball. 34, Cliff Battles takes the ball. 24, he gets a yard. Second down. Hughes is going to pass it out to their top receiver. That's going to be, they're all C's. Well, we're going to go for the highest rated guy. No, they're not high rated either. Oh, we're going to go to George Keenely. 32. Obviously, they did not pass a ton. If they did, it was probably the backs. This is Honolulu Hughes running with it left, trying to pass with it. 32 is 34. It's going to be a catch and a fumble. 16-yard catch. So write that down for those tracking stats. That is a completion for Hughes, but the ball is on the field and it's recovered by the defense. Again, no return. Game over. Is they actually compete a pass to Keneally, and he fumbles the ball away. Unbelievable. Portland now up by 14. Gets to kill the clock because they're ahead by 14 in my rules. In my Simple Solo rules, they do not have to execute. They can kill clock. Kill clock. Time expires. And there's the very first game of the 1932 set using my Simple Solo rules and charts. And it is a 14-0 win for Portsmouth. Again, this was exhibition to test out the cards, to test out these cards with these charts in particular. And we had, because I played like 1932 teams, we had a perfect game of football. 14-0. Most of the scores are 7-0, 9-0, 14-9, something like that. There it is, folks. That is awesome. That is the VSU 1932 NFL set from Chris White's company. Thank you so much. Good day.